Good day everyone! So welcome po sa ating online video lesson here in DS. Nasa week 3 na po tayo ng ating lesson for the fourth quarter, and today we will be talking about the professionals and practitioners in social work. Okay? So I have already sent you the module for this lesson, but still I am encouraging everyone na since wala naman kayong ginagawa sa bahay, and if you have the load or the Wi-Fi connection, panoorin po natin itong video na to because it will give you further knowledge kung ano ba talaga ang ginagawa ng mga social workers in their field. Okay? So, social work, it usually focuses on the individual social functioning. Paulit-ulit na lang po natin sinasabi ito na ang mga social workers po, they are not the ones who spoon feed to their clients, but they are only assisting the clients for them to realize their own social responsibility. Malinaw po ba yon? But then, in the first place, paano po ba natin masasabi if a person has this good social functioning? Paano natin masasabi kung nagpa-function po ng maayos ang isang tao okay sa kanyang pamilya, sa workplace, sa community, and sa school? Sa madaling salita, paano natin masasabi kung ang isang tao ay tunay na may kwenta okay sa kanyang society? Okay? So, ang social functioning po kasi, ito po ay epekto of an individual's performance in his or her multiple roles in the society. A person, it can be considered or he can be considered as someone who is socially functioning in the society if he is also taking the roles na meron siya in a community. So, like for example, in these pictures, kung ikaw po ay isang teenager. Ayan. So, para malaman natin. So, kung ikaw po ay isang teenager, you have this role of going to school. Tama ba? So, as a teenager, you also have this role in making new set or good set of friends. And as a teenager, you also have this role of honoring or respecting your parents as a daughter or as a son. So basically, when we could consider that a person has this good social functioning kung tugma po at nagmamatch po yung kanyang ginagawa doon sa expectation ng community sa kanya. So if you are a teenager and you are not going to school, if you are a youth or if you are a teenager but you don't have friends, okay? If you are a teenager but you don't show respect and you are not feeling love and honor to your parents, well, we could say that you might be social dysfunctioning. Okay? Hindi ka po gumagana ng maayos in a society if you as a person are not or is not taking responsibility of your roles na dapat po ay ginagampanan mo in a society. So basically, social functioning social functioning is more on about matching or connecting an individuals to his environment. Okay? Malinaw yon. So, masasabi natin that you are a well social functioning person if you are able to connect very well to your environment. Okay? Kapag kaya mong connect, okay? Paano mo masasabi kung marunong kang connect in your environment if you are aware of your rules? Okay? Like for example, in your classroom, 'di ba? You are able to connect well to your classmates if you really know your role inside the classroom, if you really know how to respond to your teachers, if you really know how to talk to your classmates politely. Malinaw po ba 'yon? So if there is a mismatch between the individual and the environment, doon na po pumapasok yung role ni social worker. Okay? So, social worker now has the responsibility to fix what is wrong with the connection between the environment and the individuals or the clients. Kasi malinaw nga, di ba, sinabi natin last time na may responsibilidad po ang bawat isang tao since meron tayong natural potentials and skills. We all have the responsibilities in our society. At trabaho po iyon ng ating mga social workers na malaman, makita at maikonnect po ang mga tao doon sa role na meron siya in a community or a society. Okay? Alright. Okay. So kaya nga a social worker must have the academic training and social work professional experience because that job is really not easy to do. Hindi po madali na ipamukha. Madaling ipamukha madaling sabihin, pero it will be very hard to teach a person who is very blind on his roles in the community. Mahirap po naturuan, i-train, ipa-realize sa isang tao na kailangan po siya ng komunidad niya. Okay? Lahat po tayo, okay, natututunan po natin sa school na dapat magalang tayo sa parents natin, na dapat nag-aaral tayo, na dapat na nag-gain tayo ng friends, okay, para maayos yung teenage life natin. Pero, there were some people, paano naman yung mga tao na iniwan ng tatay? How do you think, okay, they will be able to respect their father if in the first place, iniwan sila ng tatay nila? How can we impart a social responsibility to the child to honor, respect, and love his father if in the first place iniwan sila? Okay? So, how can we help or assist the individual to make friends if he is being bullied in the first place? Okay? So, it will be very difficult to do. Madali pong sabihin sa isang tao kung ano yung dapat mong gawin, pero mahirap pong ituro sa kanila, ipakita sa kanila yung totoong responsibility na meron sila in their community. Okay? Lahat naman tayo, kung iisipin natin, all of us Filipinos, we know that we are Filipinos. Alam natin lahat yon. Alam natin na tawag ito, we must serve our country. Alam natin na we must love, we must honor our nation. Pero sa tingin nyo ba ginagawa ba siya ng lahat ng mga tao? Sa tingin nyo ba, despite of knowing that you as a Filipino, you value your values, your norms, you value your culture, you value the authority, kahit na alam mo, ito pa nga sa pinakamababaw na sense lang alam mo na kailangan mong sumunod sa batas. Alam mo na kailangan mong sundin ang gobyerno. Pero lahat ba ng mga tao sumusunod sa batas? Lahat ba ng mga tao nagsasabit sa government? No. All people know what they're going to do, but not all people are really taking responsibilities of the things that they must do. Okay? So, mahirap po na trabaho iyon sa mga social workers. That is why they really need this extensive academic training and experiences, okay, to help other people for them to realize and learn about their social roles. Kasi may trabaho po ang mga social workers na ibalik, okay, sa mga tao, yung dapat na responsibility na meron sila. Okay? Ayan. So, ngayon, ang pag-uusapan natin, sabi nga natin kanina, the professionals or kumbaga the professional work ng ating mga social worker. Actually, ngayon, ang pag-uusapan natin are the different fields, okay, ng social work. But then, bago tayo pumunta doon sa iba't ibang trabaho na ginagawa ng mga social worker, let us discuss first the functions of a social work. Ayan. So, meron po tayong tatlong function ng social work. Even though they have this, they are in different fields, they are doing or they are facing different clients and individuals, umiikot po yung function. Iba po ang core value Ang core value po, ito po ay standard. Okay? Standard, ito yung kumbaga regulation na dapat na ginagawa at inaasahan sa isang social worker. But when we say functions, ito po yung dapat na ginagawa, okay, ng isang social worker. So, meron tayong 3 functions of social work. First, we have the rehabilitative function. Ay, tongue twister pala to. Rehabilitative function. So, kumbaga, what does it says? Okay, ang sabi dito, social workers must assist individuals and groups to identify, ayan, and resolve the problems arising out of a disequilibrium between themselves and the environment. As what I have mentioned earlier na saka lang po pumapasok si social worker kapag merong mismatch kapag merong social dysfunction na nangyari between the environment and the person. So, rehabilitative function, it is the process of knowing the problem first and minimizing the cause of the problems and to create solutions to overcome the problem. So, we are actually going to use two different aspects. Paano natin to masosolve, paano natin mapapa-overcome si client sa kanyang problema. First, we have the rehabilitative okay, aspect. Ayan. So when we say rehabilitative aspect, it is putting the person back to his normal or healthy state of social functioning. Okay? Kaya nga siya i-rehab siya, okay? But it is not necessarily na ang mga pumapasok lang dito ay mga drug dependents, hindi po. Lahat po na kliyente ni social work ay dapat ganito po ang na-experience nila. They are making themselves put back, okay, to the normal and healthy state of social functioning. Yun po ang rehabilitative aspect. So parang ano lang yan eh. For example, meron kang tanim na halaman. Tapos yung halaman mo natuyo. Nag-brown yung mga dahon neto. So, paano mo marirehabilitate yung halaman? Didiligan mo siya, lalagyan mo ng fertilizer, hanggang sa bumalik yung dating kulay na meron yung halaman na yon. Ganun po yung tinatawag natin sa rehabilitation. Next, in curative aspect, it is removing the factors that have caused the breakdown in the person's social functioning. Paano natin marirehabilitate yung isang tao? It is through curing what is something wrong to that person. Okay? So, for example, you have this box of fruits. Ngayon, nagtataka ka na yung halos 70% ng prutas na nakalagay doon sa basket mo ay nabubulok na. So, how can you be able to rehabilitate, okay, the basket full of fruits? Through curing it. Okay? Paano mo siya i-cure? Through removing yung mga nabubulok na prutas para ma-rehabilitate, okay, yung itsura ng basket na meron ka o yung quality ng mga natitirang prutas na meron ka. Okay, uulitin ko, when we say rehabilitative aspect, you are putting a person's back to his normal social functioning. Ibabalik mo siya sa kung saan naman talaga siya naroon, kung saan naman talaga siya nakalagay. So, paano mo siya marirehabilitate? It is through removing the factors that have caused the problem or that have caused the social dysfunctioning. So, I am going to give you this certain example. For example, this one. Okay, there is this, tawag dito, teenager. Ito po, yung umiiyak na yan, siya po yung ating kliyente. Ayan, this person. Sana nga. Alright, so this person, ayan, ito po ang ating kliyente. So this girl is engaged in prostitution at a very young age, kaya nga siya teenager. So napilitan po siyang mag-engage sa isang bagay na hindi naman po talaga ginagawa ng isang tao kasi prostitution, illegal po iyon. Okay, illegal po ang prostitution. So at a very young age, this girl is forced to engage herself in prostitution. Bakit? Kasi mahirap lang po sila. Okay, mahirap lang po sila, iniwan po sila ng tatay nila. Meron po siyang pinapakain, let's say 5 kapatid, at yung nanay niya po ay paglalabandera po ang tanging alam na hanap buhay kasi hindi marunong bumasa at sumulat. Same with her. Okay? So siya po ang panganay, wala po siyang educational background. Same with her mother. Tapos yung mother na paglalaba po ang kanyang tanging alam. Ngayon, iniwan din po sila ng tatay nila. So, this is the life of our client. Okay? Ngayon, the question now is, how can you rehabilitate the life of this young girl? Sa tingin mo ba, may pag-asa pa kayang mabago ang buhay ng batang ito? Ayan. Siyempre, okay? So, as a social worker, kahit na kung maiisip mo, no, paano magiging successful tong batang to, di nga marunong bumasa sumulat. Okay? Mahirap lang, eh. Tawag dito, inaasahan na nga ng buong pamilya, walang ibang maghahanap buhay kundi siya lang. So, kung makikita natin physically parang walang pag-asa, pero hindi po dapat tayo gano'n mag-isip as a social worker. There is still a hope, okay, in rehabilitate, ako baga, in putting rehabilitation in this young girl. So, paano? Okay, so I have this three things, okay? So, gawin natin siya ng sabay-sabay ngayon. Ayan. So, dapat nag-iisip ka. Gamitin po natin ang ating isipan kahit wala pong paso. Kasi, kapag parang mga ngalawang po ang ating isipan kapag hindi po ginagamit. Wag po natin to gamitin sa pagti-TikTok lamang at pag-i-scroll ng ating newsfeed. Ayan. So, ang client natin ay may ganong klaseng situation. So, what do you think is the problem? Okay? The problem is what? The problem is, sorry, hindi na siya nakita, pero number one is problem. Okay, is poverty. Ayan. Ganda ng sulat, ano? Okay, so the main problem of this young girl is poverty. And that is the real main reason why she engaged herself in prostitution. Okay? So, what are the things, okay, na pwede nating gamitin sa kanya? How can we be able to cure? Okay, ano nga ba pag sinabi natin curative aspect? It is removing the factors that have caused the breakdown in the person's social functioning. Kung makikita po natin, dysfunctional po ang babaeng ito. Hindi lang po dahil siya ay mahirap, hindi lang po dahil siya ay hindi nakapag-aral, possible yon, pero ang pinaka-problema natin dito is poverty at yung pag-engage po ng bata in prostitution. It is not good for any woman or any person in the world. Okay, maliban na siguro sa mga bansang legal ito. Pero it is not normal for this country for a person to be involved in prostitution. So this is our main problems. Poverty and prostitution. Okay? Ito po yung nag-cause ng dysfunction, okay, sa relationship ni young girl at ni environment. So, how can we able to cure her? Paano natin mariremove paano natin mariremove yung poverty? Paano natin mariremove yung kanyang, yung kanyang engagement in prostitution? Okay, the only thing that we could do as a social work in this curative aspect is through conducting counseling. Okay? So, kaya nga sinabi ko sa inyo kanina na as a social work, dapat meron kang intensive academic training and experience. Because one of the tools that you're going to use, okay, in curing the problem of our client is through counseling. Pwede po natin siyang i-counsel. Okay? Sa pamamagitan po na ito, we could be able to cure the trauma, okay, na meron po siya na naranasan niya po in poverty. Okay, nakaka-trauma po ang pagiging mahirap. It is something na hindi po maganda, kaya nga siya dysfunction eh. Ibig sabihin, kapag dysfunction, usually nagkakaroon ito ng masamang feedback sa taong nakakaranas nito. So possible ang poverty ay possible po na makapag-create ng trauma, low self-esteem, okay, sa babaeng ito. Okay, same with prostitution. So, sinabi ko sa inyo kanina that the young girl is forced to engage herself in prostitution. So, possible na meron din siyang trauma, low self-esteem. Okay? Possible there are women who are engaging to this kind of job. Bakit? Because of low self-esteem. Okay? Ito yung kumbaga somehow nagbibigay ng rason para sa ito yung usually na mas nagbibigay pa ng rason para sa mga babae na katulad ng batang ito na i-engage ang sarili nila in prostitution because of low self-esteem. Okay? They might be thinking, paano ako magtatrabaho sa isang factory? Wala nga akong pinag-aralan. Katawan lang ang meron ako. Okay? Okay lang na ipagalaw ko yung katawan ko kasi wala namang mawawala. Kasi mahirap lang naman kami. Wala naman kaming value, wala naman kaming tawag dito, halaga or worth in our community. So it is fine if we are being abused by other watchmen kasi nga mahirap lang kami. Okay lang na kawawain ako, gawin akong sex slave, okay lang yon. Wala namang mawawala sa akin kasi mahirap nga lang ako. Do you now get the sense? Okay? So we now have this problem, and now we have this next step of curing the low self-esteem, the trauma, okay? The tawag ito, the the lost of identity bilang isang babae ng young girl na to. So we were able to cure those things, remove those things na nagtitrigger sa kanya na mag-engage siya sa prostitution na to through counseling. Okay? So, I hope that is clear to all of you. Kung may tanong kayo, kung medyo naguluhan kayo sa explanation kanina, you could comment sa comment box ng video na to sa YouTube, and then doon kayo magtanong at re-replyan ko kayo doon. Okay? So, rehabilitative. Ano nga bang meaning natin ng rehabilitative? Okay? So, it is what? Putting the person back. Okay, putting the person back to the normal state of social functioning. Okay? So let's say for example, identified natin yung problem, prostitution and poverty, the low self-esteem. Okay? So kinure natin yon. Okay? So medyo na-empower na si young girl, bumalik na sa kanyang identity niya bilang isang babae, na-cure na yung kanyang trauma. Okay? Sa tingin niya, sapat na ba yon? Sapat na ba yun na magaling na siya? Hindi po. Hindi po yun sapat. We need to give this younger a refresh life. Bibigyan po natin siya ng rehabilitation. Papaano? Do you have any idea? Papaano kaya natin siya marirehabilitate? Diba? Through making this young girl go back to the normal social functioning. Uulitin ko, young girl, teenager. Ano ba ang normal na ginagawa ng isang teenager? Okay? So, tama. Ang ginagawa po ng isang normal na teenager ay pumapasok sa school. Okay? So, instead of making the prostitution world as her world, dahil nga magaling na siya okay na magaling na siya, ipapagpatuloy lang natin, okay, yung paggaling niya through making that young girl go back in going to school. Okay, i-expose po natin sila. Okay, expose natin sila doon sa dapat naman talaga na ginagawa ng isang teenager. Okay? So, we could make this young girl enroll, give her the scholarship, tulungan na ayusin ang mga papel, na lumakad kay mayor, kay governor, para may silbi naman sila. Diba? Hindi, joke lang. Okay, so, we need to give them this chance to go to school. Okay? So, pwede din natin silang matulungan in rehabilitation through what? Okay, sorry. Through skills training. So, kung medyo matanda na talaga, okay, hindi young girl, hindi teenager, mga nasa 40s na, enroll natin sa TESDA. Yan. So, pwede silang mag-undergo doon ng pagbe-bake, pagbo-welding, pwede yan para sa mga babae, pananahi, pagka-carpentry, okay? At pwede din po natin silang tulungan in giving them legit or legal, napaka-millennial, legal employment. Ayan. So, bilang isang adult, ano ba ang usually ginagawa ng isang adult kung adult yung ating client? 'Di ba, nagtatrabaho. So, bibigyan natin sila ng legal employment. Okay? So, para maayos natin yung dysfunction between the individuals and the community, we cure and rehabilitate them. Okay? So, marirehabilitate natin sila through curing first and removing first ano yung naghihinder at ano yung nagtulak sa kanila to be dysfunctional in the community. Tsaka natin sila i-expose doon sa normal social functioning that they must be in. Is that clear to you? Okay. So, yan. Next is the preventive function. So, ang function po natin as a social worker is not only to make solutions at every problem. Okay? Hindi po ganun dapat ang mindset natin. Siya ako naiisipin yan kapag may problema na. Hindi po. We must have this kind of mindset that we need to prevent things to happen in the future. Okay? So, yung problema, for example, ng teenage pregnancy, hindi po iyan dapat yung problema, yung klase ng social issue na tsaka lang natin po problemahin every time na meron kang kliyente na nabubuntis. Na tsaka ka lang magte-take ng action, kapag meron na akong kliyenteng nabuntis ng maaga. Hindi po. Okay, we must give, what do you call this? We must give prevention measures. Okay, that will prevent or that will hinder yung mga paulit-ulit na bagay na mangyari pa in the future that will affect the social functioning of an individual. So papaano? So early detection, control, and eradication of situations. So like for example in this picture, so ang mga social workers hindi lang naman sila focus lang sa mga bata, but focus din naman sila sa families, okay? So, mamaya discuss natin yan later on. So, one of the goals of the social worker is, actually meron ito sa munisipyo na bago ka mabigyan ng license of marriage or mabigyan ka ng mga requirements na kailangan mong papirmahan kung kani-kanino for you to get married, kailangan meron ka munang pagdaanan na seminar. Okay? So, may mga social workers tayo na ganito ang kanilang focus. It is to prevent, okay? It is to prevent marital problems na bago pa lang sana ikasal ang dalawang magjowa na to. Dapat ngayon pa lang madidil na kung ano yung mali sa kanila. Okay? So, kaya po nagkakaroon ng mga premarital counseling. It is to educate them. It is to fix ano yung mga bagay na dapat nang ayusin so that we could prevent what? We could prevent broken homes. Okay? So, ang premarital counseling, hindi lang po ito para magkaroon ng budget or something, hindi lang po para pangdagdag lang po ng oras, okay? Pang sayang oras lang po ng mga taong magpapakasal. Kailangan po nilang dumaan sa premarital counseling. It is to help the society to produce more broken homes in the future. Okay? Pero hindi po ibig sabihin na hindi ka na magpapakasal. Okay? So, pwede ka magpakasal, you can get married, but you need to seek counseling. Okay? First, it is for you to prevent experiencing broken homes in the future. Kaya nga kung mapapasin natin based on the I don't have the statistical numbers here, but kung makikita natin, most children who became product of broken homes are those coming from the parents sa hindi naman kasal in the first place. Okay? So, most ganun yung nangyayari. Minsan naman kinasal pero hindi tinake seriously ang premarital counseling. Inisip lang yon as part of the requirement pero hindi inaral, hindi seneryoso. Okay? So, this is one of the prevention or preventive measure ng ating mga social workers. Okay? So, ano pa? It is also the premarital sex education. Ayan. So, I could still remember when I was in college, meron akong inattendan na seminar. And then yung seminar na yon sa school siya ginawa. It is about premarital sex. Ayan. So, about HIV pala siya. So, ano yung mga harms ng HIV? Bakit may mga tao nagkakaroon ng HIV at AIDS? Ano ang kanilang mga ginagawa? Bakit sila nagkakaroon ng ganun? So, with that trainings na or with that seminars na kinokonduct po ng ating mga social workers, kumbaga, nakakatulong po iyon to prevent, teenage pregnancy, to prevent death, 'di ba? To prevent lost, to prevent what? Kumbaga, yung mga buhay na walang purpose, to prevent things to happen in the future. Ayan. So, aside from preventive measure, we have function, we have the developmental function. So, it is to seek out, identify, and strengthen the maximum potential in individuals, groups, and communities. So, it is our function as a social worker to see what are the strengths and capabilities of our clients at trabaho din po po natin to assist and help them in improving the skills and potentials that they have. Okay? So, hindi lang po ito, it is not only through the counseling but also enrolling them in what? In TESDA, tulad nga na sinabi ko kanina. Kasi for example, may potential si client mo na magluto. Hindi naman ikaw personally ang magtuturo sa kanya ng pagluluto. Pwede mong ma-develop yung kanyang skill in cooking through making him enroll. Tulungan mo siya na makapasok sa mga scholarship, sa mga school and training programs para matuto at ma-enhance yung kanyang skills in cooking. Okay. So, yan po, ulitin ko, ito yung ating three functions. Rehabilitative, preventive, and developmental. So, it is RPD. RPD. Rehabilitative, preventive, and developmental. Ayan. So, next. So, these are now the areas of specialization of social workers. So, pag-uusapan natin dito ngayon, ang iba't ibang fields, iba't ibang klase po ng mga social workers according to their different fields. First ay child, family, and school social worker. So the main job or the main function of the social workers in this field is to cater abused children, physical, mental, emotional abused children. Okay. Ayan. So, sabi that it deals with all sorts of situations as helping a child who has experienced trauma or abuse. Okay? So, it is also, kaya nga school social worker, it is also helping the students to overcome bullying. Ayan. So, and then, ayan, child, family, and school social workers, so it is also giving support to the families. Like, for example, kapag merong nagkaroon ng sakit sa pamilya. So, paano matutulungan ni social worker yung mga mahihirap, okay, na nagkaroon ng sitwasyon, na nagkaroon pa ng terminal illness, yung isa sa kanilang pamilya. So, pwede pong matulungan ni social worker iyon sa pamamagitan na giving them financial aids sa pamamagitan po ng connection with different associations like PCSO. Ayan. So, meron tayong, mamaya di-discuss natin yan later on. So, ang under po na iba't ibang tawag dito, iba't ibang specialization or areas of social workers under the child, family, and school. Social worker ay yung child welfare. Okay? So, sa child welfare, ang focus po nito, coming from the word itself, children. So, anything about children, yan po ang focus ng mga social worker under this area. So, actually, meron tayong tinatawag na RA 7610. So, at ko na lang. Sorry. Ano ba yun? Parang letter 7610. So, RA 7610 or Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. So, ito po ang batas sa Constitution natin, nakatulong po ng mga social workers in protecting the children. But then still, there are NGOs or independent organizations na nabubuo in helping, in giving, or giving aid sa mga problema ng mga bata. For example, the Save the Children program or association. So, ang Save the Children po, as far as I know, ito po ay nagre-run sa Pilipinas for 3 decades or for 30 years. But ang original po nito, international. So, galing po ito sa ibang bansa na nag-branch lang dito sa Pilipinas through fundings and donations po ng ilang mga pamilya. So, ang function po ng Save the Children Association, it is to help the children or assisting the children in education. Ito po yung pinaka main advocacy nila na meron pong mga volunteer na mga social workers or members po nito na nagsisilbing teachers po na mga bata. So, the Save the Children program, hindi lang po sila physically pumupunta sa mga baryo para magturo sa mga bata, but they're also giving scholarships sa mga bata for them to have further studies like like for example, high school, college, ayan. So, aside from that, ang focus din po ng Save the Children is to cater the health needs ng mga bata. Meron nga silang, parang meron silang meron silang advocacy dito na immediate, parang ano sila, they could provide immediate help, okay, in health matters ng mga bata. So parang they have this advocacy na one call away lang sila doon sa mga tinutulungan nilang bata na nagkakaroon ng sakit. Ayan. So nabasa ko sa kanilang website na recently lang nagkaroon sila ng travel into different provinces at nagkaroon just to share their advocacy in COVID-19. So they are educating the children about the virus. Hindi na po ngayon mga nakaraang taon pa po ito, mga nakaraang buwan na wala pa po tayong quarantine. They are teaching the children about the virus, how to protect themselves, how to make themselves healthy at the same time. So, meron din silang another advocacy dito, yung tinatawag na women supporting women. So, ang ginagawa nila dito is they are empowering women to help other women. So, ang ganda ng advocacy kasi, kumbaga, parang it's like they're leaving a legacy to the residents on the people na tinutulungan nila. So, ang ginagawa nila is they are providing training sa mga kababaihan doon para yung mga naka-encounter ng training na yon, sila naman yung magte-train or sila naman yung tutulong para doon sa mga pregnant women or teenage mother na pwede nilang matulungan as much as possible. So, yun yung Save the Children institution or association na tinatawag natin. So, under ito ng child welfare. Then we have adoption. So, kasama din po sa meron po tayong mga social worker na ang focus lang nila is about adoption. So, it is only providing the children with substitute new ties and permanent parental care. So, sila po yung nagsi-CI or sila po yung mga nag-i-investigate para doon po sa mga parents na naghahanap po ng maaampon. So, hindi po ito basta-basta pinamimigay lang po sa mga parents na gusto nga magkaroon ng anak, but ang mga social workers po, sila po yung nag-i-investigate, sila po yung nag-i-investigate or nagsi-CI, yung tinatawag natin, wherein inaaral po nilang mabuti yung background po, yung trabaho, capacity, the attitude, the personality po ng possible substitute new parents ng batang iyon. So, hindi po ito basta-basta. So, kapag gusto mo magka-baby, hindi po basta-basta na mag-aampon ka lang. There must be a social worker na dapat nakatulong mo at dapat na affiliated sa'yo. Kasi kumbaga, a certain life is not something, hindi porket lumaki na walang magulang ang isang bata, 'di ba? Hahayaan na lang natin siya mapunta sa ibang mga magulang. So, may mga ganun pong social worker na ganun ang kanilang focus. Next, legal guardianship. So, pwede din po ito na mangyari sa process po ng adoption. Pero usually nangyayari po ang legal guardianship kapag nagkaroon ng legal separation or annulment yung both parents po ng bata. Okay? So, usually nangyayari po ito kapag ang bata po na naging biktima ng broken family is under 7 years old. So, at this point of time, the social workers will now investigate, okay, will create further investigation kung kaninong parent dapat na ibigay temporarily yung welfare ng bata until na ma-reach po ng bata yung age of majority. Hanggang sa mag-8 or hanggang sa maging teenager po yung bata wherein na meron na siyang sariling isip to decide kung saan niya gustong pumunta. Okay? So, that is legal guardianship. Then, we have for foster care. So, ang foster care po, ito po yung tawag din temporary parental care. So, nangyayari po ito para po doon sa mga bata na hindi pa po na-adopt ng ibang mga parents. So, may mga instances wherein usually nangyayari ito kapag Pasko. Ayan, na may mga bahay ampunan na dinidistribute yung mga bata in different foster homes. Pero yung mga foster homes na yun, syempre, yun naman po ay kilala ng mga social workers. Very well investigated naman iyon. So, for the meantime and temporary, pinapatira po si bata doon for some reasons na it is to reunify the child, ayan, with a parent figure. Okay? Syempre, it is really not ideal for a child na lumaki na walang kinakalakihang or kinikilalang parents. So, isa yun sa mga goals ng foster care. So, it is to prepare the child for adoption. So, kapag usually ang foster homes, ito yung possible din na meron ding option na yung mga foster homes, sila din yung mga possible na at possible parents sa mag-a-adapt doon sa bata. But for the meantime, ayan, para ma-expose at unti-unting masanay itong si bata, ayan. So, ine-expose mo na siya doon sa foster home na yun para masanay. And then, residential care. So, it is a 24-hour residential group care to children whose needs cannot at the same time be adequately met by their biological parents. So, usually nangyari, napakadalang lang ni residential care nito. Kasi nangyayari minsan kapag si both parents ay naaksidente, nasa ospital, tapos pagdidesisyonan, lalo pat kapag walang lolo, lola, or yung mga first bloodline na kamag-anak na pwedeng pagtirahan ni bata. So, doon na po papasok si social worker. Bago niya po i-replace or bago niya po idalhin si bata sa isang certain na bahay, kailangan po mayroong affiliation kay social worker. Okay, so yun po yung residential care. Nangyayari po ito kapag yung dalawang parents ay hindi po kayang makapag-provide ng needs ng isang bata for cases na naaksidente ang both parents. So, nangyayari ang residential care kapag wala si both parents at wala ding first in line na mga kamag-anak like siblings or older siblings, tito, tita, and then kapag wala rin mga lolo, lola. So, kapag mga nasa second or third line na ng bloodline, kailangan na po na pumasok yung decision nito ni social worker kung kanino po siya ibibigay for the meantime. And then the family welfare. So, in family welfare, ang goal po ng mga social worker in this area, it is to strengthen the improvement of the family in meeting their own needs. So, it might include interventions, activities, or measures focus on resolution of the problems or role functioning and relationships that threaten the stability of the family as a social unit. If you guys could still remember that in counseling, meron tayong tinatawag na family counseling. Okay? So, nangyayari din po ang family counseling for those social workers who work in the family care. Ayan. So, ang goal ng mga social workers dito in this area, it is to strengthen the relationships, to cure, to rehabilitate, ayan, to prevent, yan, the existing problems in the family to happen in the future. So, yan po yung child, family, and school social worker. Okay? So, next we have the community social worker. So, kung mapapansin natin, in the previous area, medyo specific siya at maliit lang yung population na hawak ni social worker. But here, it is broader. Okay? So, it helps social workers help plan, coordinate, and organize efforts related to infrastructure, volunteering, and fundraising with specific communities. So, ang hawak na neto, usually mga barangay na, cities, and municipalities. Like for example, we have here the Alay Buhay. Ang Alay Buhay po, isa po itong NGO din. Actually, parang, ewan ko kung party list ito pero meron silang tinatawag dito na program, ayan, na Alay Buhay Community Development Foundation Incorporation. So, ang ginagawa po ng mga members po ng Alay Buhay na to is they are giving assistance in finances po sa mga bata na gustong mag-aral. Ayan, so they're also conducting seminars in cities and municipalities. Meron silang tinatawag yung sa prevention of TB. Yeah, may mga ganun silang programs like that. And then, we have the For peace, ang isang example po ng mga community programs by our social workers or conducted by our social workers is yung For Peace o yung Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program. So, yung mga nagiging members po ng For Peace na to, ito po ay inaaral po talaga ng mga social workers. Kasi hindi po, ang mga nagiging members po ng For Peace na to, ito po talaga yung mga families na hindi po talaga kayang ma-fulfill ang mga needs sa pang-araw-araw. So, meron po tayong sinusunod dito na different qualifications. Hindi po porket mahirap ka, automatic pwede ka maging member ng 4Ps. So, meron po silang sinusunod na qualifications at ang nagre-review po noon ay ang mga ating social workers. Okay? So, they are monitoring, they are the ones who are giving the funds, they are the ones who are assisting the families, reviewing the backgrounds of the families for them to be a member of 4Ps. So, ang pag-member ka ng 4Ps, ito po ay mabibigyan ka ng financial assistance. So, meron silang tinatawag na 500 pesos. Ito ay para sa health assistance. Ito, ang 500 pesos po ay binibigay monthly sa isang pamilya. And then, merong 3 tama ba? 300 or 200 pesos kada isang bata. Okay, na nag-aaral sa isang public school. Ayan. So, ito po yung 4Ps na tinatawag natin. So, ito po ay monitored po ng ating mga social workers. Okay, next we have the hospice and palliative care social worker. So, these are the social workers who are focusing more on people who have terminal illness. Okay? So, uulitin ko yung sa una natin, hindi natin, no? Yung sa una natin, uh, specialization, maliit po na unit ng ating community, which are the child, family, and school. So, sa community naman, buong society, the community itself. So, may mga programa sila na makakatulong talaga na ma-lessen ang poverty in a certain community. So, hindi lang siya focus sa isang pamilya lang, but in the whole community itself. So, hospice naman, ang focus nito ay yung mga tao na mayroong mga sakit. Okay? So, when we say hospice, it is a home providing care for the sick or terminal ill. So, social workers at this field, they are the ones who assist the individuals who have terminal illness to be cured. So, tinutulungan po ng mga social workers sila na maka-access in medication. For example, for those clients or individuals na mahirap pero nagkaroon ng leukemia. So, hospice social workers, they are the ones who are assisting them in financial aids. Sila po yung tumutulong sa mga individuals na yon and the family themselves in reaching out in PCSO and other NGOs na pwedeng tumulong sa kanila to give them financial aids. Okay? So, kung maiisip natin, parang nagiging bridge po itong si social worker between the environment who could help the people who are in need. Okay? So, when we say palliative, it is relieving pain without dealing with the cause of the condition. So, magkaiba po. When we say actually itong hospice and palliative care, parehas lang po talaga sila ng main agenda dito. Pero magkaiba po sila ng specific function. Si hospice, ang kanyang mga kliyente lang are those na meron terminal illness like cancer, leukemia, na mahirap pong magamot. Wherein ang main responsibility ni social worker dito is to connect them to NGOs who could provide them financial aids. And of course, family support din para sa kanila. So, palliative naman, it is, ang role lang po ni social workers dito is to help the clients to manage the stress, to manage the pain, to manage the struggles na pinagdadaanan niya sa simptomas na kanyang sakit. Okay? So, maninaw po ba yon? Okay? So, parang kung iisipin natin, mas malaki ang ginagawa ng mga hospice social worker kasi they're not only helping them to have the financial aids but also at the same time, they are giving support counseling to the family members, okay, to ease the pain, okay, on the symptoms sa pinagdadaanan ng kanilang pasyente. So, ang palliative, wala po masyadong connection si social worker dito when it comes to financial aids. They are more on the counseling, helping the clients and his family to overcome the psychological burden na meron sila. Okay? So yan. So kasama dito in hospice and palliative care social work, social workers here help them to navigate the difficult process of life. Ayan. So managing the mental, emotional, and monetary stressors. Ayan. So kasama po yan doon. Next, we have medical and health social worker. So, they work in hospital settings and help navigate the emotional, financial, and physical struggles. Ito pong sa hospice and palliative care social worker, possible po, usually, ang ating mga social worker in this area, natatagpuan po ito sa PCSO or sa DSWD or sa mga governmental institutions. But here in medical and health social worker, may mga social worker po tayo sa loob mismo ng ospital. Okay? So, ang nangyayari dyan is, for example, mayroong inadmit na isang pasyente. Yung isang pasyente ay mahirap lang talaga. Okay? Kaya nga kung mapapansin niyo, meron tayong tinatawag na outpatient department, kung alam niyo yon. So, yung OPD, ayan, isa po ito sa mga program din po ng mga social worker inside a certain hospital to aid, kumbaga, to give the patients the same treatment, okay, kahit na wala silang pera. Okay, so yun po yung mga medical and health social worker. So maliban po doon is kapag sabi ko nga kanina, kapag merong pasyente na tawag dito, merong pasyente na, what do you call this, na admit sa isang hospital, kasi may na-encounter kami yan before, parang nasa OPD kami noon, and then merong isang matanda, as in matanda na talaga siya, parang mga nasa 70 years old na siya. Tapos, iba sa OPD, it is more on pa-check up lang, pero yung sa case tong matanda is nangihina na siya. As in, nanghihina na siya, hindi na siya makalakad, hindi siya makakalipat from one chair to another kung hindi siya tutulungan ng mga anak niya. So, ang sabi ng suggestion ng doktor doon sa OPD is dalhin na sa emergency room. Knowing UMC po iyon. Ay, sorry na name drop ko, pero private hospital po iyon. So, alam naman natin na mahal po, okay, yung hospital bills doon. Pero, parang ang sabi po ng doktor doon is dalhin na po sa emergency room as much as possible. Pero wag mag-alala because there will be some people in the hospital na pwede po silang matulungan when it comes to financial aids. Ayan. So, may mga social worker din po tayo inside the hospitals. Pero, hindi po lahat ng mga ospital sa Pilipinas ay merong ganito. Kasi hindi naman po ganoon kadami ang social worker po dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? Pero it will be very nice, okay, kung merong mga social worker na handa pong tumulong, mag-bridge out, okay, sa mga pasyente na walang pera para ma-reach out, maging tulay sila to financial aids. Yan. So next, we have mental health and substance abuse social worker. So ito naman, they assist individuals who struggle with addiction, substance abuse, or mental health problems. Ayan. So, usually, mga kliyente natin dito, mga teenage who got addicted to drugs, okay? Mga nauhuli ng tukhang, ayan. So, yung mga nauhuli ng tukhang na wala namang pang-rehab sa mga private institutions, well, meron po tayong kahit nakakunti na mga social workers na license, we can do counseling, ayan, para ma-rehabilitate po yung mga people who are substance dependent or substance abused. Next, we have military and veteran social work. So, it helps both soldiers and their families with post-traumatic stress. So, importante po ito. Okay, meron, aside from we have social workers in communities, social workers in governmental institutions, social workers in hospitals, meron din po tayong social workers in AFP, meron tayong social workers in PNP, okay, psychologist or counselor na pwede pong tumulong, okay, sa mga atin pong mga bayani or bagong bayani, okay, for them to overcome the trauma they had, okay, sa kanilang trabaho. So next, we have social workers in corrections, probation, and parole. Ayan. So, paano po nakakatulong ang social workers in this? So, tignan natin, no? Meron tayong social workers sa community, social workers sa governmental institutions, social workers in hospitals, social workers in military. Ayan. And we also have social workers in prisons. Ayan. So, they are the ones na tumutulong po sa mga nakulong. Ayan. So, paano po sila nakakatulong in that way? Ayan. So, one thing is social workers assist people who are imprisoned and strengthen their emotional security. Of course, kahit po ikaw ay sabihin natin talagang guilty doon sa ginawa mo, hindi rin naman po biro, okay, na ma-realize mo sa sarili mo that you become imprisoned for the next years ng buhay mo. So, may mga social workers po tayo sa loob ng mga bilibid that could help them, counsel them, okay? Help them overcome depression, anxiety. Ayan, na nararanasan po ng ating ng mga tao, ayan, sa bilibid. It is also helping the offender see their worth. Yan. So, meron tayong stereotype na kapag nakulong, 'di ba, ganyan ang isang tao, ganyan ang identity niyan, ganyan ang pagkatao niyan. Ngayon, ang mga social worker, tinutulungan po nila ang mga offender na despite of the things na nangyari sa buhay nila, okay, they are also being assistant to find their identity and worth. Okay? So it is also to strengthen the offender's independence by helping them to participate in group discussion. So importante po, okay, ang role ng social workers in imparting to the offenders that they do not need to join group gangs for them to become strong and for them to survive, okay, the prison life. Nagigets natin? So, tinutulungan po ng social worker na magkaroon ng mindset ang mga offenders na to not to join in social gangs or not to join in prison gangs. But they are given the opportunity, 'di ba, na sumama sa mga group discussions wherein they will talk about worth, they will talk about identity, they'll talk about, their purpose in life, which is much better, okay, than being involved in prison gangs. Okay? So, ayan po ang ating lesson for this week. Ayan. So, tulad po ng nakagawian natin, so I will be giving you this recitation for this week. So, ito po, extra credit pa rin po ninyo for this week sa inyong recitation. Pero, ulitin ko, hindi po ito required. Hindi po ito required. So, bawal po rin po itong sabihin sa mga klase mo. So, allow natin sila na manood, mag-aral naman, okay, kahit po na bakasyon. Lalo na doon sa mga may wifi connection, may data, pero hindi nag-aaral. Ayan. So, para sa kanila ito. Okay? At para sa inyo din ito. So, the question now is, ang dami nating areas of specialization. Ayan. So, sa tingin mo, kung ikaw kaya, if you're going to be a social worker, what area of specialization that you want to be in? Yan. Sa child, family, and school social worker ba? Community social worker, hospice or palliative, medical and health, mental health, military and veterans, psychiatric, parehas lang po iyon ng mental health and substance abuse. And then, yung sinabi natin kanina, yung hindi ko pa siya nasulat doon, social workers in correction and probation and parole. So, if you're going to be a social worker, what area of specialization that you want to focus on or that you want to be in? So, anong area of specialization ang gusto mo sa lahat ng ito? At, syempre, bakit? Ayan, bakit parang interested ka, okay, in that area of specialization. So, you just need to put your answer on the comment box dito po sa video na to. So, thank you for listening. So, keep safe everyone and God bless po.